Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the end now of the whole of the Test Valley 25 programme, and everyone whose name is mentioned in here, and I can't go through everyone, otherwise we'll be here until midnight, deserves a massive thank you from me for everything that they've contributed to what they've done, and also from Test Valley, and also for the people that they've worked with, because I think that actually in the last 2.5 months we've engaged with somewhere in the region of about 8,000 people. So they all deserve this round of applause. And now I'm going to hand over to the chair of Test Valley, Yinnon Ezra.
John Baxter. I don't want to keep you here too long, and this is a new pair of sunglasses.
Ash, put the house on.
But the first thing I wanted to say was that tonight was special in the sense that all of you were invited. And we could have invited lots more people, and some have gone. It's lovely to see you all here. And what you got today was a sort of a snapshot of some of the things that we've been up to. And I hope you enjoyed it, that you felt inspired, that you felt moved, and I hope that you go away thinking something different as you drive up there. I want to start off by saying that, well, Test Valley Arts Foundation, 25 years. How many arts organisations do you know that actually survived 25 years? Well, not many, and I think you to have done that. And it all started with a contribution from Tesco. Test Valley Borough Council basically found a way of doing it, and essentially that and the Colvin estate basically got us off the ground. And we gradually started off by supporting lots of individual artists, musicians, performances. We sort of thought, well, it was important to support the creative community in the valley. But what's interesting is as the years went by, one of the things that was clear that artists were telling us that they needed somewhere that they could work from. And thanks to the leadership of people like Roy and Madeline Edmonds and Michael Vidan, who's here, Chapel Art Studio was created. A transformational project that created this derelict chapel into a working place for artists, of which there are now over 20, 25, and they earn their living by basically working there. But they get commissions, they work in schools, they work in some of the places that you've actually seen today. So, in a sense, there's been a long history of working in schools, working with all the groups and some of them you've seen today. I mean, I thought the dimension was really moving. And it kind of brings it to you fully when artists and writers can actually connect with what's happening and what you're thinking. So, about 2 years ago, we thought, well, right, we've been on this journey. What should we do? Should we try something different? Should we think about commissioning things? Should we think about other projects? And now we tell our tale, which I've now seen 3 times, has really, really been wonderful. Roy Chatfield basically put the whole script together, but it's based on a project which involved 70 to 80 young people who actually went around and interviewed a lot of the older people in the community. And they put this thing together, which I think was amazing. And the song always basically gives me a lump in the throat. But I think it was a hugely successful project. And then we were asked by local schools to reprise it. And we went around all the secondary schools. And of course, here we are again, putting it on. I thought that the opportunity to have it again, and of course the wonderful, story about the Andover workhouse were amazing. I think you guys are the stars of tomorrow. So thank you for that. A round of applause. We sort of, about a year ago, in sort of the 25 years kind of got us more as a sort of accident. We were in a board meeting thinking about it, and somebody actually said, oh, it's our 25th anniversary. And then somebody else said, well, we should do something. And we then said, what? And then somebody said, let's ask John. so we did. And about 2 years ago also, we had a discussion with local artists and all the rest, and we produced a manifesto which said all the sort of things we would like to do. And one of the things the artists wanted was a mobile venue. So with some of my old connections with libraries, we managed to get hold of a retired mobile library. You may have seen it outside. And we had a few problems about getting it going. But eventually it arrived, and thanks to the kindness of Peter and Linda Bolton in Broughton, we've been able to keep it, keep it in one of his barns. And we're really grateful for that. But that gave us an opportunity. So John and we all had, well, why don't we get the bus on the road? Right? Let's have 25 events. Let's get artists involved, and performers, and poets, and writers, and let's get them connecting with the community. And that's all it was. It was basically a lot of people in this room, basically working with the community of the Test Valley and making that connection. And I think that that's what really surprised us. Really. It was kind of slow. It wasn't a big grand event. It was sort of gradual. The bus, driven by the great Rodney, basically went round to a whole load of venues, sometimes in the rain, sometimes it was very, very cold, sometimes it was really stifling. But certainly all the events were very different. And what was interesting was that, and I went to a few, was that whether it was hundreds of people or whether it was a few, you came away always feeling with this sort of sense of satisfaction and fulfillment that people, the artists seemed to enjoy it. We certainly enjoyed it. But the important thing was that people actually had a good time and came away feeling it was something that they were worth doing. Whether it was making kites, whether it was designing sculpture in Ilias, and my goodness, watching all these blokes with their families, with wheelbarrows, basically piled with leaves, running around trying to make sculpture. It was amazing. I thought, well, this was, kind of sort of pre-primeval man how that worked. But it was wonderful. All the venues seemed to want us again. And in that respect, we've got what to think about. But the main purpose of me coming here and stopping you from joining the party outside is really to say a big thank you to a number of people. And yes, I did make sure that I got a list today, so I wouldn't forget, but I probably will. First of all, I want to thank our main cash sponsors, our supporters. Arts Council England basically gave us a grant for the bus. Hampshire County Council, Roy Perry and Andrew Gibson are here, and thank you both for coming, and Roy's one of our trustees. Test Valley Borough Council have supported the bus and a number of the projects. Be Wiser Insurance, presence is here, along with colleagues from Be Wiser, who've been wonderful really, everything from helping us with insuring the bus to supporting CAT's creative project with young people. And long may it continue, he says, hopefully. Also, Pentagon Ridgeway, the Mercedes dealer, look after our retired mobile library. And Rodney looked very lovingly at the Mercedes-Benz hat in the showcase that when we went to see them. I think they gave it to you, didn't they, in the end? Astor Housing, who basically eventually inherited all the housing that you talked about. And there's a friend of mine, Ian Mackay, who used to work for Test Valley Borough Council, who did an awful lot of work when he first came here to try and repair all the damage that was done. And it was really lovely to see you and Linda here today. Really lovely. And we've also, Astor Housing gave us our first load of money to actually commission John and Roy to actually get the first play off the ground. So we're pleased about that. Mailbox printers in Andover also helped us. And of course, the next people to really thank is the lights. A very big thank you to the whole team here, who have frankly been wonderful. This venue, I think, is really at the heart of Andover. So I want you to give them a round of applause for the people of the lights. Come on. My colleague trustees, Roy Chapman, who wrote Now We Tell Our Tale, all the artists and performers that you've seen today, I've seen some of you perform, you look better. And all the exhibitors today who've put some of their work up, the Barton Station Village Youth Club, the long overdue theatre school, the Ennon Trust, all the places that host the Art Trust, in all meadows. To Linda and Peter Bolton, who have kindly lent us some space in the barn to park our aged art bus. All the artists and performers took part, including their families and friends, who often stepped in to support us. I'm sure have left out many people, for which I can only apologise. And for all of them, a round of applause. I want to conclude by thanking three more people without whom none of the 25-year celebration programme would have been possible. Rodney, also our volunteer driver of the art bus, for getting in and out to some places which you would not believe. He moaned like hell, but got them in and out. For getting the bus to where it needed to be on time, often staying with it all day, including bringing along his tiger tank. There's a story about it. Rod, we would have never have done it without you, your dedication and help, and we have a little gift here as a small token of our appreciation. Come on down. Drink it when it gets home. There's also another little surprise today, which I think you probably use to buy another tiger tank. The other person I wanted to say a big thank you to is Sue Messer, really, our TVAF development officer, who, though sooner Michael left, joined us and found herself plunged into the 25th year anniversary. The programme, her ability to get on with it, sorting everything from the printing of the programme, the website, to making sure we got to the right venue, to sorting the insurance, the invitations, the guest lists, helping with all sorts of things which had not occurred to the board as being essential to do, but also raising about £5,000 for this whole project. Again, Sue, you've never done it without. So come over. And finally, John Baxter, our 25 years celebrations director, who knows everyone in the Test Valley. The number of times he said to me, I taught him, or I taught her, or I knew her father, or I knew whatever he would be. He gave life and form to our rather vague ambitions, creating a varied program which is creative, innovative, moving, but ultimately fun. And for that, we're really grateful. I think between 8,000 to 9,000 people have connected with this little festival of ours. And we didn't kind of make a big song and dance about it. We thought it was important to let it build in a natural way. And I think that's been one of the greatest successes. And in that respect, John's planning and his commitment to that has really been wonderful. So John, who turned up at all weathers, and also fighting a bit of illness at the time, thank you from all of us. And I don't know, we've got a board meeting next week, and we've got to think about what we do to follow this. It's quite hard, really. So John. Outside.
Before you go, there is one other person we need to thank, and that is Yinnon. I won't give the long speech that he did. I think I was the leader of Test Valley when we conned the money out of Tesco 25 years ago. And I'm glad to see it's been extremely well spent. But any ship needs a good captain. I was a very poor captain for 2 years. Yinnon is a great captain. So thank you.